Pack your bags because you are invited to the Twixt Takeover in Cancun, Mexico. Hosted by your favorite nerd, me, Oliver Twixt, with my friends Lauren England and Quentin T. Harris. February the 10th through the 14th, 2023. It's a 5-day all-inclusive stay at one of the finest 5-star resorts in Mexico, Rio Palace Costa Mujeres. Treat yourself to a luxury stay with beach access, fine dining, unlimited drinks, on-site attractions, spa amenities, and daily activities hosted by the Power of Three, including a free masterclass on business, content creation, and marketing. And guess what? We're adding new co-hosts to the lineup. Gardini, aka Rick Rosa, and Bernland and Jaytwan of We Were Born. That's right, Chasing Atlanta royalty will be in the building with special guest appearances by Jay Moore and the cast of Chasing LA. And yes, everything is included. All you have to do is book your flight and show up. Now, it's only a $100 deposit to lock in the early bird rate. So do it now before the price goes up on July 22nd. Visit www.twixtrip.com. That's right, twixtrip.com now to book your package and for more details. See you there. What's going on, everybody? This is Oliver Twixt here, your nerd boy cutie reporting for duty to do the Lord's work once again. And today we are talking about the hit movie on Amazon Prime, Secret Society 2, featuring stars of the film, Tarie and Erica. And I'm so happy to have accepted this invitation from them to speak about this movie that I'm sure all of us have been watching. Have you guys watched Secret Society 1 and 2? It is so good. But we're focusing on Secret Society 2, and we have two of the stars of the movie with us today to get into the other things that I have, my questions I've written down that I want answered by the ladies. And of course, you guys are watching live. Feel free to chime in down in the comment section. So without further ado, let's try to get our guests into the classroom. Invite. Okay. So, Tarie, it says you need the latest version of Instagram to join. I just sent you a request. And it says that the current version you have is not up to date. So I won't be able to add you on. If you can hear me, try to update the app right fast. It should take like a minute or 30 seconds or something like that. I can wait. But once you do it, let me know so I can add you to the live. And in the meantime, we can just chit-chat here in the classroom until the session fully begins. Now, Secret Society is a movie about two individuals of trans experience, trans women, and their lives and the drama as they're basically trying to hustle and bustle, find their footing in this world that was not built for them. Okay, so she sent a request. Let me see. Accept. You should add her.
Okay, there it is.
There it is.
Hey, Oliver.
What's going on? Hi. Oh, both of you.
We're going through the things and things over here.
What'd you say?
Hi, honey.
How y'all doing?
First of all, you look bomb.
Do I now?
Yes, you do. It's the glasses.
Can I tell you
I'm
something?
loving it.
Maybe like 15 minutes ago from a nap.
Well, we were over here, like, doing things besides the Lord's work.
Whatever. I'm drinking my water.
Doing the Lord's work that consists of wine.
Wine.
Okay. Now,
Wine and dinners.
can you guys hear me clearly? Can you guys see me clearly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
We don't got to bind nobody from this Instagram today.
What'd you say?
We don't have to bind anybody from this Instagram.
Oh my God. I haven't had Vine Tyra in a very long time. and that bitch is somewhere minding her goddamn business. Shout out to Tarie. Have to bind everybody. But I want to thank you guys so much for taking out the time to come join me and my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
What'd you say?
Thank you for having us.
Of course, of course. I don't want to. Tell me the right way to pronounce the name. That I'm saying it the right way.
Tarie.
Tarie.
Yes, you said Tarie, but I'll give you a pass because I like you.
Now tell me how the hell you got Tarie out of the way you spell that. I want to know.
Yeah, she ghetto as shit. I'm sorry, she ghetto.
See, this is why, we can't have personal relationships outside the movie because, they want to play you.
Right.
Like he wasn't the savage in the movie.
I won't say ghetto. We're just going to say special.
Now, when you get Tarie out of that, because y'all try to see the A is A instead of A, like Terry.
I love it.
Thank you. We look classy with a K over here.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, we're going to get into some of the questions I have that I've gotten from the movie that I've watched like 1,000 times. I love Secret Society. Maybe for all I am. I like Secret Society. But Tarie also says she has like a special surprise for me that I'm very nervous about.
Are you ready?
I've not forgotten about it. I'm very nervous. I hate surprises.
Oh, I know, and that's why I'm doing it. Because you're from Florida, so I need your reaction. He's top part too. He's top level. So, you ready for a surprise?
It's happening now.
Right now. Because we can't do this without our surprise.
God.
Okay, so we want to bring on somebody that we love so much. Our sister, Adejah Parirish.
It's Cece in the house.
Yes, yes, yes.
You tricked.
Yeah. She wrote me when she wrote her. And I said, tell him you're not here.
I was like, he said you should be on the interview. I'm like, dang, I'm going to be there.
I was one step ahead of you.
I feel so God right now.
Just a little.
You should feel loved. We like you. We have to do it in threes. You like Charm. Charm comes in threes.
Yeah, come on to Power 3. No, I'm very excited. About this. I just hate surprises, and I hate, I was like, when you told me you had a special guest,
You thought it was Miasha, didn't you? Because you asked about her.
I was like, I bet it's going to be her. Well, when you talk, I don't know, but I was like, you know what? I feel like that's game of, but let me just, let me just relax. Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, you fucking up my questions, because now that
Didn't I tell you, be prepared for the unexpected and have your questions ready? I did warn you. You were so busy on Onika Live right now.
weren't we all on Onika's Live trying to figure out
No, we were eating. We were setting up for you.
That line, we was on Onika Live.
Listen, I love Nicki Minaj. I'm trying to figure out what else. So
I love Nicki.
Hurry up so I can go join my live. Like, can she hurry up?
Well, the thing is, I knew that with us because you seen the Secret Society. You knew we were going to have a good time. And we were those girls about that live.
Yes. Well, you know what? Without further ado, let me jump on. And first of all, again, thank you so much for surprising. Thank all of you guys for taking out the time to talk to me about this movie. Now, Erica, I want to start with you, honey. So my first question for you is, how has Jane starring in one of the biggest films on Amazon Prime and to be discussed on social media? And before you answer, I just remember minding my business, and then every year, Secret Society. I'm like, what the fuck? I found out what Secret Society was, and it just seems like everybody was talking about Secret Society. How has this being your second time franchise? How has it changed your life? Movies on the platform and on social media.
Well, I've done, I think altogether 9 films now, and I think out of all the films I've done, that have been released, this one caught the attention of the world the most. And I think it's because the story was so profound and unique. And it hasn't been told in this kind of like dramatic way before. You know, it's been told in different variations, but not like this. So I can't really tell you guys, but I got casted for a really dope show. That's going to be airing in the fall. I have a movie with Country Wayne coming out soon. And I have another movie that I did in Ghana with Lisa Ray coming out September 1st. And actually the producers from that actually discovered me from part one. So it was pretty cool. You know, a lot of people around the world are able to see us and see our range, our acting range, and are reaching out to us. So we're just grateful.
Yeah.
We're just really grateful.
I was so happy to see you, like, that we've seen before, like, bigger and more. Maybe, like, I'm pretty sure I saw you on Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, wait, is that Erica that was on Love and Hip Hop?
And you know, it's crazy. People don't even know. Like, I auditioned for that. Like, you know, and I think a lot of times people think because it's like reality that it's your real life. But these are like storylines that producers and writers are like coming up with based off of. Some things may be true, some things not. But then when you don't have enough to fill up a unique story, a unique storyline, they kind of like add some stuff in there. So I was kind of one of those things. And people involved in my storyline took it, you know, kind of extreme because I'm like, remember, we're just like
doing a part, getting a check.
This is not real. So I had been acting for a while, you know, and that was kind of like my first introduction to the world publicly. But even before that, I was doing like a lot of different videos. I worked with a lot of different directors, doing different projects. Growing up, my sister and I, we did a lot of like Macy's ads and like different commercials, like Gushers and stuff like that. So like I had always been like in entertainment, in the arts. Like my mom was big on that. We used to draw and paint, play the piano, ballet. So Love and Hip Hop was like another job for me. But unfortunately, my real name's attached to it. So people felt like it was my real, you know, life story, but not at all.
Got you, understood. Yeah. Now, are you guys like?
Are we doing what, sweetie?
Do you guys have candles lit over there? I see smoke emitting.
Oh yeah, you see one candle, yes. Because we like to have a mood, and we didn't know we was gonna have to bind you, Oliver.
Oh my God.
Okay.
The power of three.
I'm not fucking with you. Tarie, how has life changed being one of the first actual transgender in this type of movie? I heard from the first movie, but a lot of people criticize that there wasn't anyone of trans experience in the film. So how does it feel to be one of the first of trans experience in the movie?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's actually an amazing feeling, a humbling feeling, because I was a fan of the first one. Like, people don't know, me and Erica have known each other for like 10 plus years. So I actually started out as her makeup artist. So look at how God works. Yes. We met in New York and we have been close ever since. So when I saw the movie, the first one, I actually hosted the red carpet and Q&A. So I got to see it and I was like, okay, wait a minute, Erica, where is the girls, honey? Y'all in here killing it, but where are the girls? So they was like, you know, because of the first one, you know, the secret, they didn't want to, you know, throw that out there and give it away too early. Mm-hmm. So on this go around, we were able to do it justice, add some women like myself, and there are some trans women, so that we can just tell the story from a first-hand experience.
Which I appreciated, and I was so proud of you. I was so proud of you because I didn't, you know, I'm on social media, and I had seen that you had like some type of social media that I didn't really pay attention. So I'm just watching the movie, and I'm like, wait, I know this lady.
That was me.
I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh, congratulations. I'm so fucking proud of you.
No, thank you. And what's crazy is I'm a fan of yours. Because, you know, I was just telling them, I watched every top model video you did. Literally every single one. And you know me, you talked before, Camille is my girl. And Jocelyn. So I watch you and I'm like, I just love the way he does it. Like he interviews because he gives it a safe space. So I kept telling them, y'all are in good hands. Y'all in good hands.
Yes, yes. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. Adejah, right?
Yes, you said it right.
One of my ex-best friends, her name is Adejah, so yeah.
Yeah.
That is literally just Deja with the A. That's what I tell people all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so you stepping in like a main role coming into a very successful franchise, would you feel any pressure? You know, no shade, no shade. Now, but I do like to have fun. You did kind of knock other things out the way. You know, people were her and other men. But with you being second movie, which is a new dynamic, how was that walking into the type of arena and having that type of expectation on you?
Honestly, I was more excited than anything. Like, I really wasn't even nervous. I was just so excited because I've done theater, like, from elementary to high school, but then I stopped. And so I was just excited to get back into acting again. But I was also able to talk to, like, Erica and Raina on the phone prior to filming. So, like, before we even got to Miami and I met them in person, I already had kind of like established a relationship with them. So it made me more comfortable being on set because it already felt like, you know, I'm just on set with my sister.
Like that part.
Yeah. Exactly. And it was just good vibes. Like from the first day, I think we had like a fitting. We all went out to eat. Yeah. So it was just everybody, including like Miyasha, Rich, the cast and crew, they just all make you feel so comfortable to where you're not really nervous. Like, you just feel like you're at home. Mm-hmm. And the outfits were bomb. So I was having fun playing.
Which we're going to get into the wardrobe. Wardrobe. But I want to say, for the second film, it carry you could tell the camaraderie was there. Like, I could tell that y'all possibly like got along behind the scenes because it came off like a family from
Right.
It was that.
Good to hear you say that because it definitely did translate on.
No, it was that. Like, literally, my first day of filming, I was coming into it. Yes, I met her my first day because Erica, like I told you, we have a long-standing relationship. So I was praying that when I was coming to film, I'm like, "Oh, Erica gonna be there." It's gonna be like family. She was off filming another project, being great. So I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't know nobody. What am I about to do?" And then this one, we walked the door, just started laughing instantly, and I'm telling you, we made it go by so fast. And can you believe it? We had a time.
Yeah.
We shot the movie in 15 days.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a question for all of you guys. Erica, especially you being the vet. Of course, a lot of people like the movie. There's criticism, haters, whatever. From your experience, starting with you, Erica, we just go down. How the response second go round?
I can't really hear.
How did the response go? Second go round from the first.
For me, we've been getting, well, I can speak for myself. I've been getting a lot of great feedback in the DMs. People want it to be a series, actually. Like, people keep saying, "Man, we want more."
They think it's a show.
Yeah, they're like, "I seen season 2. When does season 3 come out?" And we're like, "Miyasha, people are asking for a series."
We try to knock power out the sun.
So it was really dope. I really liked part 1. I really love part 2. It's a trilogy. So, you know, these books were already written 15 years ago. So Miyasha did her thing, really ahead of her time.
Yeah. What about you, Tarie? How has your perspective?
Well, the responses have been amazing, seriously, for me, especially because a lot of people didn't know that I've been in this business like acting and stuff for a while. This was my first like breakout role because I was always the girl in the back, you know, doing extra work or being in different shows, but they just never knew that I could act. So for them to see my character and she be so savage, first of all, my people that knew me was like, "Wait a minute, you got that in you?" And the other people was like, oh my God, you did what needed to be done. So it made me feel good that, you know, they saw the work that we put into it.
Yes. Right. Mm-hmm.
For me, the response has been really great. Like even in my DMs, I have a lot of people DM me the same thing. They're all like, I want a friend like Cece in real life. I'm like, shoot, period. But the movie premiere, I will say, I enjoyed it because I was able to hear feedback from people I didn't know, like face to face, and all of the feedback was just great. They all loved the storyline. They all want to know what's going to happen in Rome, and you know, they enjoyed the fashion. Shout out to Shaq,
Yes.
the stylist. Everybody loved the fashion, and yeah, so feedback has been really great.
Yeah, Shaq and Miasha Coleman, their minds are just like together is, I mean, individually they're geniuses, but together, oh my God, like each scene was like, I told Miasha, like watching an art show, like literally, like every single scene was a masterpiece. You were visually glued to the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times, even when I was in the premiere, watching it for the first time, that I had to use the restroom, and I couldn't because I'm like, I'm gonna miss some outfits, I'm gonna miss the location, I'm gonna miss some hairstyles, I'm gonna miss the plot twist. You know, there were so many twists, so many turns. It was so unpredictable. There's not one person could predict what was gonna happen next in part 2, which was great. So I thought it was an amazing branch off of part 1. Part 1 followed the storyline of Celeste, who is played by Raina Love, and she does a phenomenal job bringing Celeste to life. Celeste is best friends with Tina, and you know, you see their life captured from when they moved to Atlanta. You don't see before, but you do capture their life in that time period. And then obviously at the end of part 1, Tina passes away. And in part 2, now Celeste goes on to be this huge mega star in LA and Hollywood, and she meets a ride or die Cece, who is just so amazing, so beautiful, and she's willing to learn the game, you know. And Celeste is like, now her savage is like awakened because she just lost everything she ever cared about. So at this point, she's kind of like, she doesn't care, you know, but she finds a new ride or die. And me being Tina, I'm still like, let me make sure everything's good. Let me hover over and make sure everything's good, like a fairy godmother, until you see the last scene where I'm like, you know what? You got a real one right there, and you know, I can go now, you know. So I can't wait to see what happens in part 3.
No, you can't go. No.
That's what I said. No, Oliver, when I tell you in the theater during the premiere, we all, because like she said, it's stuff that even when we were filming it, we didn't know how it would turn out, because when you're doing it, you can't see what's on the other side.
Right,
so when we were watching it back in that last scene, I was sitting in the seat next to her like, wait a minute, she better come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of the movie, and when I tell you, we literally put our heart and soul into this movie. So to see everybody enjoying it and, you know, can relate to some of the characters in some capacity, it makes us feel amazing.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No. First of all, Erica, you must come back.
What did he say?
Erica, you must come back.
You must come back. Miasha, do you hear him? Erica got to come back.
You know what it is that people just love loyalty. They love solid friendships. And I think that's why Cece was such a dope transition, because Celeste just needs a ride or die. And then the last scene where I said, you know, I keep thinking that you're going to find this loyalty and love from a nigga, but who's to say it can't be from a bitch long as she's solid? And that's what people really love. It's like seeing women come together in like a real sisterhood. And I think that's what made this amazing project so dope, is because we really do have that sisterhood in real life. And so it was dope to translate on camera, because we didn't have to pretend to be each other's ride or die. We didn't have to pretend to have each other's back. That's really what we do in real life. So Miasha casted this perfectly, and you could tell that it was like a divine, like God was moving through Miasha, because the way she even found Dej was like literally, you know, she knows raw talent, you know, in the same way she found me and the same way she found Celeste and even Tarie, you know, being introduced and her looking at Tarie and saying, wow, like, I really believe in you to bring T to life, you know. So Miasha is really, she's just, we need to protect her. We protect Miasha Coleman at all costs.
Y'all can't talk about her because the whole squad is coming for her. Because when I tell you, adding on to what Erica said,
it's no cap, like for real.
Miasha really, like, when I tell you, she just has this ability about her just to, like she said, pull greatness out of people. Because I never thought, again, I was a fan in the first one. I never thought that a year later I'll be sitting on the front of the camera now, like, you know, being that hope for somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Or being a pioneer as one of the first trans women to be a part of the franchise. So I'm just so grateful to Miasha for telling her story, like, you know, letting this be something the world can enjoy.
Yes, and listen, Miasha, for part 3, if you need like a gay assistant with a
hey,
Bobby gonna get you. Bobby is gonna get you.
Bobby, my sister, that's my sister. And I didn't know Bobby was in it. I said, girl, look at you, girl. What is you doing all these people things? What is you doing?
That's right. Part 2 had a lot of new characters that was surprising that you never would have thought. Because even me, when I saw Black China come through and kill it, I was like, wait a minute, we got Black China or the stakes have been up.
oh,
Miasha's up there. Everybody say, hey, Miasha.
Hey, sister.
Hey, I got a question for you.
It's okay. So, Eric, I got a question for you. Of course, we all love the movie. A lot of people love the movie. But, again, the movie has faced a lot of criticism, and you being one of the stars, I really want to know your take. So what is your response to the criticism received regarding cisgender actresses playing transgender characters?
Well, for me, I want to say this, like, beyond Tarie being one of my great friends, we're human, right? And so a lot of us want to, when we have these conversations, we sit at the table, we want to bridge the gap and we want to talk about us, and I feel like we feel like the same and all these things. But then when it comes down to these situations, we use these films like this to try to divide. Mm-hmm. And when Miasha was writing this, she was writing from the perspective of a woman who was friends with trans women 15, 16 years ago. Miasha, this was not like a brand new story. Like, this is a real thing. And a lot of these women who do identify as trans women, they look good as fuck. And they look like, or better than cisgender women, let's be real. So it's like, a lot of times, even when people see part 2, they're like, where's the trans representation? I'm like, oh, it's up and through there. They just look so damn good, you can't even tell. But the storyline, Miasha Coleman is a writer. This is one story of millions of stories. So not every trans story is gonna be like this. Not every trans story is gonna be told from the same perspective. And if we want to dig down to the reality of it, Miasha uncovered so many like taboo topics that people don't even want to talk about. Like people throwing their sons and throwing their daughters out in the street because they identify as trans women and men. How they have to, at an early age, sell themselves to get by because people don't want to hire them. Mm-hmm. You know, there's so many topics that she touched on, but yet people want to just nitpick with different things. And let's be honest, a lot of straight men who are not really comfortable in their skin would have never sat down and watched this film and gave it a chance had their woman or their girlfriend or their boyfriend or their wives been like, you know what, this movie is about trans women. They would have watched it, but in secret. And the way that Miasha did it, she did it in a way that she can bring everyone to the table for part 1 to reveal the secret, and now part 2 to bring in more people from the LGBTQ community, because we already now, the secret's out. Now we have this fan base that looks like everybody, white, black. We have people from Norway, from Sweden, UK, Asia, the West Indies, everyone. Like, I've never seen a story like this. Now I'm more understanding, you know, straight men saying, you know, before I was like iffy, I would have never sat with a trans person. But now I feel bad knowing what some of them have to go through.
Yeah.
So she did an amazing thing. We get so much love. And for the people that did have that same question that you just asked, you know, I hope that they understand what her purpose was in part one, just to bring people to the table, and then part two, and keep it a secret, and then part two, having the inclusion that she had.
Can I say something, Oliver? Also, just to add on to what she said in the end, people who are criticizing the movie, they need to understand something. Because of the amazing job that Tina and Celeste did, they walked so that T can run. Because if they didn't do so good, there wouldn't have been a part two, you know, possibly a part three to the trilogy. But because they just really came in and dived into the characters and divulged themselves into that lifestyle to learn about us, because Erica called me when they were filming. She literally called me and said, hey, like, how do I approach this type of situation? Yeah. So the fact that she wanted to do it justice, and they did, that's the reason why I'm able to sit here in between these beautiful women today, because of it.
Yeah, I would definitely say, you know, for people who don't know, like, I worked with TF for a lot of years, like a game of a mentor, and a lot of stories that I saw watching the movie, and a lot of experiences that trans women and trans men, whatever the LGBTQ community go through, they do have to bodies, they do have to lie, they do have to steal, because
it's a lot, because you're not able to be hired.
So, and Erica, I really do like the way that, you know, we had to make it palatable for people to first come to it, and then party. Let's start.
And let's have the conversation, because let me tell you something. When we're out, my sis pull more niggas than we do. And we're not playing. We're not playing. Like, I put everything, I swear to God. I put
don't be telling my business, girl.
Well, they love her. They love her. And let me tell you something, because it's like, femininity is something that you can't identify with. You know what I'm saying? If you're, some people just have this femininity about them, this confidence about them, and that's what men fuck with. And so a lot of the people who are like scared, or who don't know what's going on, like, or who don't want to talk about it, is because of the reality of it. Yeah. At the end of the day, these niggas want tea, okay? They want that confidence, they want that femininity. So I feel like, and I can't speak for you when I say this, but when it comes to women, like, I feel more masculine than you sometimes. Like, no,
these are sweat girls. I be
serious. I feel like it's femininity, and I don't think, like, you can identify, you can box it, you can call it something. It's an energy. Femininity is something that's so beautiful.
It's called bad bitch energy.
Period. And you just have to be around. Like, a couple of my friends who do identify as trans women, I call them women. Like, I don't like the trans women versus cis women. I don't like that. I feel like there's an energy that women can feel, you know what I mean, that you identify with, and you can't stop dividing us by saying, oh, trans women and cis women. Like, we're women, you know, and isn't that what trans community is fighting for?
Yeah, we're fighting for
equality. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be identified as women, not just, oh, I'm trans woman. You're a woman, you know? I mean, that's how I feel.
I love the fact that Oliver, in this life, you know, as you know, back in the day, we weren't able to have like conversations we're having now. And we didn't have the acceptance that we have now. Like, I'm being honest with you. To come into this world, especially in Hollywood, where we're just now getting the shows like Pose, just now seeing Angelica Ross and, you know, Laverne Cox and them taking over the industry. So to be able to now be standing next to women, again, who see you as an equal and not a competitor, that's the best feeling you could have, because they could have easily, when I came on set, you know, was mean to me. They could have, you know, made my life hell so that I couldn't deliver what I needed to deliver. But because they saw me as equal, they were able to tell the story from a first-hand perspective instead of what it should be. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And so, Tarie, I want to ask you, being a person of trans and being a part of this movie, like, you being a person, part of the community.
So it's a 50-50 because I'm pretty sure as you're like probably reading the comments and stuff, half the people didn't know I was trans. So, because even if you looked at your comments yesterday when you said ask your questions, somebody still wrote in there, why in part 2 they had no trans representation. So it's kind of 50-50 because, I mean, we don't really walk in the room with, the scarlet letter on our forehead. Oh, this one is trans, this one is not. So people don't really know because we're all passable. So that's why I love that we're able to like have this conversation. So for people that don't know, yes, I am trans and I'm okay with it. So sorry, you got to deal with it. Hopefully you see me in part 3.
Right. And I just want to say you guys are doing such a great job. I have my questions right here. That's why my eyes keep going down. Y'all are already kind of answering questions. I don't like it, but I'm just saying y'all doing a great job.
Thank you.
So yes, Adejah, I want to know, what is your response to the criticism received about cisgender people telling the stories of you characters? What's your response to it?
Honestly, really the same as Erica's, because I also did understand like the first one, that the shock factor of them being trans women was like oh my gosh, this is interesting. Hold on, I'm on the edge of my seat. So if it would have been promoted with transgender women, it kind of would have gave it away already, and it wouldn't have had that shock factor that like a lot of people felt watching it. I felt it watching it. I was like, oh no. But it was also one of those things like this really does happen like in the world all the time. And I will say there's a lot of men I know that because of you all playing the roles, they were willing to sit and watch it. And I've had men tell me like, I understand that, or I'm more willing to accept trans people, like, because some people just feel uncomfortable with a trans person next to them. Like, they don't even say anything to them, and they just feel uncomfortable. It really is because they're uncomfortable with themselves. Yeah, exactly. And so some of them seeing this movie, it allowed them to kind of open up their minds, because some people, it's not even that they're not willing to accept it, they were never informed or sometimes you just don't think about, this person might have a story behind, what they're going through. And so that's not fine.
Come on, CC.
Yes, CC.
I really think if people just understand, cut us all open, we all are.
Right. Because I know, look,
all the fucking names.
I know we all pay bills.
That part.
Everybody gotta pay bills on the first.
Every motherfucker gotta pay.
I mean, but even with Miasha, she wanted that message of we all just want to be accepted. Exactly. That's for who we are and love for who we all
want to be happy.
And it's okay to have, I think that's the thing. It's okay to have your preference. Just like some people don't want to date somebody who suck they doggone, who suck toes. They might want to date somebody who suck toes. So it's like, it's okay to have your preference.
Where is it going? Oliver, the line is kicking in.
I got my dear part, but honey, listen, okay?
I drink to that.
But you know what? You know what, too, Oliver? I will say this. Miasha Coleman, Rich Coleman, her husband, the other executive producer, and Jamal Hill.
Yes.
There's some goats. Because let me tell you something. There's people who don't know talent if it smacked them in the face, and they're willing to see talent. Like, I don't know what it is. They have this, like, third eye, this sense. But every single actor in part 2 did their thing. And as an actor, your job is to find yourself, not the difference between you and the character. Your job is to find yourself in that character. And so it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard for me to portray a trans woman, because trans women are women. And I'm a woman. And how do women want to feel? They want to feel sexy. They want to be loved. They want attention. They want nice things. We want the good life, right? Like, how many women don't want the good life? And especially when you have the traumatic past that Troy, if you pay attention, before Tina was Troy, and Charles had growing up. Charles was thrown out, outcasted by his own mother. you know, and told to hide who he was. Tina was molested and seen her mother die. His mom died at a very young age and was forced to raise himself. He didn't have
And the boyfriend.
the boyfriend often killed himself right in front of Troy. So Troy had a lot of, you know, emotional scarring. So when you watch the movie with those eyes, you stop judging the characters and you just realize, like, oh, there's people, you know, the saying, there's people who are taught not to love but how to survive. That's Tina. That was Celeste, but Celeste was strong enough to still hold on to, like, believing that she could find love. Tina gave up until she found Derek. And Derek is the only one that changed. So if you look at it from human eyes and not like judgmental eyes, you really can, anyone can find themselves in these characters. You know, like, let's stop looking with these and really look like with our soul and really like listen to the words of the script. You know, these characters are hurt and they're just trying to find love, acceptance, and I love the messages in the film.
That was beautiful, friend.
It's true.
Yeah, y'all didn't know Erica's really a pastor.
She's a pastor.
Yes.
Oh, can you find me Derek, please?
Pastor
I
collection
need a
play.
Derek.
In my church, we're gonna pass the collection play a few times.
So we've dissected the negativity, but also the light, the positivity. Starting with you, just going down the line. Let's talk about the support that you guys have received from the LGBTQ community. Feel free to shout out some names, but let's.
Where everybody loves Digging Society, what you talking about? No, I swear, like, the girls love it. Like Jada Waiter, Ari, Tay, they were like one of the first supporters from part one. Saucy Santana. We have Angela Simmons. Trina was a fan. Black China was a fan before she even got casted in part two. Bobby Lights. We have, there's so many. It's like so many people. Even, I think, was it Foxy Brown was like in my DM. There were so many people in my DM about this film. So many people have seen it. Straight men in the DM, like, yo, this movie is crazy. I love it. Thank you for changing my perception. Listen, this is not the end. Miasha Productions, honey, I'm telling you, she has so many amazing books. If you guys loved part one and part two, you know, Secret Size a trilogy, so go ahead and get the books. Miasha has other books as well that are crazy good. And I'm sure she'll be probably turning some of those into films. But yeah, you guys, I mean, the support has been amazing from all over the world too. So
Yeah.
What about you, Tarie? What's your experience with the support?
Well, the support, like she said, it's been amazing. Going out now has been a little different because everybody's seen this movie. Like, you never know that this is like a global phenomenon. Like, because again, it's telling a story that so many people were afraid to tell. So it's the first of its kind. So when you're typically the leader and the pioneer, everybody kind of follows suit. So people, when we go out now, like, especially in the LGBTQ community, they're like, thank you for representing us, for giving us a voice to the voiceless. So for me, I'm just so excited about that because I never thought that would be me.
Good. What about you?
I've gotten a lot of DMs actually of people who are in the LGBTQ community telling me that they either wish they had a friend that accepted them, like Cece accepted Celeste, or they did find that friend at one point in life, and Cece kind of reminded them of that friend. So that's actually been really good to hear. And like some of them, I'm like, shoot, I'll be that friend for you. You don't have to say, I will be that friend.
She's mine. These two are mine. Every day there's two good girls, and these are mine. You don't understand. Like, when they say sisterhood, these, I don't know what I would do without these two. Like, we literally are like each other's like support system, best friends, manifest together, get your friends and manifest. We literally like talk on the phone every day, go out. Like, it's something that Miasha put together that I don't think no matter will ever take us apart. I'm just being honest. Look.
So,
let's see.
Pretty, So, but let's talk about it officially. Did you always know that your character would still be featured?
Erica had to step off first. Yeah, we can hear you. Erica had to step off first.
Oh, okay. Well, my question was for her, but Tarie, I'll go to you. So, what can you say about your what can you say about your dreams as a professional that worked?
It said, you said, okay, we missed the end of the question because you kept going in and out.
No, it's okay. What can you talk about professional work on this set?
Oh, my experience being professional on the set, I'm gonna tell you, first of all, the set, like they said, is family based. So as soon as you walk in, Miasha is like definitely hands on. Like, you know how when you see some shows and you're like, the executive producer, like she may not know. Miasha's hands on from wardrobe. She's hands on from lines. Miasha can act because she literally sits on the other side of the camera and be like, well,
and she can rap.
But she a rap. Miasha is a one trick, but she do everything.
She a one-stop
Like
shop.
I'm telling you, if you need a casting director, you need everything. Just call Miasha. Because that's how it was. Like literally, my first day of set, like I said, I was nervous. Then once I met her, it kind of like, okay, we can do this.
That's what she told me. She called me when I was on the way. She was like, girl, I met CC. She cool as shit. I was like, word, I ain't
We were trying to do that Polaroid. We were trying to do the Polaroid. Just like, I'm telling you, you just never know what it's going to be like. But I'm going to tell you, because of Miasha and Rich and them, they really made it so that we just felt at home so that we're able to deliver the performance that y'all see. Because if you're working in a hostile environment, sometimes it's hard to separate from that. And you know, working in this industry, Oliver, every production set is not the same. They fed us good. They took care of us. Hair and makeup was on point. Like, everybody was just on top of their game. So I was grateful for this experience.
Good.
Listen, part one, honey. When they, as soon as I got off the plane, I got picked up in a Maybach, honey. I said, this for me, darling.
Y'all should get in play. They made us feel like, I'm talking about, you can tell me we were Holly Berry. Like, we didn't win an Oscar already. They put that into the future because the way they picked us up in them cars.
We stayed in condos. Honey. I said,
they had us like,
what hotel? We in a condo, honey.
Baby dressing rooms. They had like hair and makeup time. I mean, Beyonce had it nailed down to the schedule. Y'all. Beyonce is that girl. Like, y'all better follow her now because she's that girl.
No, but for real. It was like the top. One thing that she taught us how to do was like how to manifest everything. And when we saw her, we saw how her and her husband's dynamic and their kids' dynamic. I automatically knew that they were solid. Like when I see people taking care of their kids and I see them teaching their kids about financial literacy, entrepreneurship, how to be a leader, and I see a man really being the head of the household without being overbearing and leading in a way that's like, you just don't see that like that.
Also letting his woman lead.
Right, and she wasn't his shadow. They're like partners. So it was that was phenomenal to see and work under. So I learned so much. We all did, and I know some of my other sets must be like, damn, you don't talk about us.
But can we also talk about Jamal for a second? Jamal Hill.
Man.
People may not know Jamal Hill's resume. It's very extensive. I was a fan of his. Like, he made my favorite movie, Brotherly Love. He did that one. He wrote, what was it called, True to the Game? Yeah. So Jamal had been around. And so with Jamal, too, when it comes to actually being able to direct, he directs so amazing. Like, he owns in on each person's unique abilities and pull it out of them. Because people don't understand, acting is not hard. It's being yourself while being a character. But a lot of people, we overthink it. So Jamal has a natural ability of pulling out that natural side of you to bring the character to life. So I got to shout him out, too, because he's probably one of the best directors I've ever seen.
Now, Tarie, I have a follow-up question for you. I want to know, how did you feel your trans character they had in the film, and should we expect to see her in future films?
So, my character, I'm going to be honest with you, the way Miasha kind of set my character up, she did her good. She set her up to be a fan favorite from the beginning because she played on the fact that me and Erica are friends in real life. So she wanted me to get a vengeance for Tina. That's what my character was whole designed for. My character was there to he didn't see that. And that's what I'm saying. T was designed to take care of her girl like I would do in real life.
Thank you, friend.
You know, anything for you, friend. But it was straight to the point. She wanted my character to be cutthroat. She didn't want her to come in and play no game. She didn't want her to play no games. You know, play her role. But she really wanted T to, when you see her, you see strength. You see a woman that's going to manipulate to do what she needs to get the job done. You see she had all the other men working, wrapping around her finger.
She sure did.
She was a bad bitch. Like, if you want to know what one was, she was that.
And she owned what she do.
She owned what she did.
Speaking of character.
Hold on, we got another character. Come on in. We got Cedric Cantrell, who played the CO.
What's going on? Oh, look. I said, y'all, I forgot y'all see y'all doing this today. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers on TV. I'm gonna get my ass over here right now. I know they ATR.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. Everybody came from, like, we was a family.
Hey,
Yasha did that.
Now, Cedric, don't go anywhere. Stay right there, because I actually got a question that, listen, y'all got so many fucking surprises for me. I don't like this. I don't.
We a family.
So, Tarie, I know you, and Cedric, I know Cedric. Cedric had me host that mix one time. And so I'm laying in the bed late night watching this, and I'm just watching this. I'm just like, wait, I know her and him. Considering the nature of you guys' scene, and I don't want to give it away to anybody who has Go Watch Society on Amazon. How was it y'all to that scene of...
I'm sorry, Oliver. I had to laugh because people don't know Ced is one of my best friends too in real life. Like, he's my guy best friend. I got my girl, and then I got my guy. And so Ced, it was weird because we was going through the script, right? And I found out Ced was playing the CO. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I got to do that to Ced? And we naturally flirt, but it's never of that magnitude. So I'm sitting here like, how am I supposed to do that? The first couple takes, I laughed. I'm not going to lie, I laughed. Because, you know, when you see your friend in front of you, he trying to be all serious, and I'm sitting there, I'm just cracking up, and Jamal was like, look, time is money, get it together.
She hiding y'all said. She hiding.
Look.
She hiding y'all said.
Well, we know who tell the team.
I don't like that.
What you don't like, friend?
For me, honestly, truly, like, you know, like, for me, like, TR is like my first transfer. So, like, who I was 20 years ago versus who I am today, I've grown so much. And I thank Liasha for telling my story because this is real life. As my friend, I worry about her all the time. So, I'm being real. I do. Just like I that movie, I tell her, I said, you gonna be all right? You sure? I do the same thing. Like I not like that, but you know what I mean? I say, hey, you know, that nigga know, do you know? You know what I mean?
Oliver, what are they doing to me? What are they doing to me right now?
You know, like, let's go back to the scene. Honestly, truly, like, it was so natural for me to do this with her because she is like my best friend. And so, just like my motherfucking wife, without being married. You know what I mean? Because she running.
I am the wife, Oliver.
She got all the black cards, honey.
The thing is, the boys love the girls.
That's the thing.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Erica. I want to know from you, Erica. Always know that you were coming back for part 2 because part 1 with character guy. What happened to the character? I was like, damn, we're not gonna see it for part 2. But you came back, and I should have had you come back.
Oh yeah.
Back.
Huh?
Did you
come back?
No. Okay. Excuse me,
You say he love you, but you gotta go.
Oh, we got one more surprise.
We got one more surprise.
But yeah,
Now he's playing out your edges.
But I will say this. Miyasha did not intend to bring Tina back. When you read the books, there was no like big spirit guide in the book or anything like that. But it was the fans. I think you guys helped her make that decision because, ooh, I burped. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
That ain't the near part.
This is a real sisterhood. This is what they do.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Somebody said what show are you doing?
We're talking about Secret Society show series and the movies that are out. The series ain't out yet.
Miasha, from our mouth to your ears, the series.
No, but realistically, the fans, I think it was just the fan love, and they fell in love with the friendship and the camaraderie between Celeste and Tina. And I feel like it was one of those things where people went through the whole movie, and the last scene, like, wait, no. You know? So it was like, I feel like she needed to kind of have that ingredient in there to kind of like let people see, you know, what that, to like not let go of Tina so fast. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to let go, especially because the last scene, it was like, wait, we weren't expecting that. So, and now we have Cece, who's her new ride or die. So just following that journey and her journey, her story is so many twists and turns as well. So,
Oliver, did you cry?
We got them skeletons, man.
Did you cry? I cried when she died, like she died in real life. I was like, Tina.
I did not cry, but I was very pissed. Like, I was pissed.
oh,
I'm gonna talk very freely. I was like, girl, why did Trey always gotta get the girls? Like, girl,
Why are we taking us out?
she got married. She didn't got this rich wife.
Yeah,
Life. Girl, why the girl? But then I was slightly cussing the character out, because I was like, girl, why the girls always gotta come back? Stay your ass out of fucking hood, or leave this shit alone. But I was so happy when, like, in the first scene, like 5, 6 of part 2, we saw your character. I was like, okay, this makes me feel so much better.
I cried, Oliver, because I felt like they did so good of showing that friendship and that relationship between them two that you fell in love with them. Mm-hmm. So it's like when one was gone, my instant thought was to, what the hell is Celeste gonna do now? Who's gonna wipe her now? And that's why I was nervous. So then when part 2 came, because y'all understand, we didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, y'all didn't know what was gonna happen. Even when reading through the script, some of the stuff I was like, oh, that happened? Like, I didn't remember it until I saw the movie. So seeing how Celeste was able to go to Hollywood, meet Cece, which is crazy, y'all. Let me give y'all a tidbit. This is Cece in real life, y'all.
She
like,
a thug. She a real thug.
Oliver, she asked me that question she asked in the movie. Go back and watch the movie again. And one question, you know what I'm talking about. She's crazy. She did. We was at the Mexican restaurant. She's Cece.
She did.
I'm here for it, though. I'm so here for it. Because I love the fact that all of our characters were true to who we are. Like, Miasha did that.
I definitely relate to see.
Now, Erica, I want to know, because you surprised us for part 2 with popping up. Miasha, your ass watching this. Tight. I want to see you tight. Should we expect you in part 2? And if we're not,
no. Y'all will never let Tina die.
You said that, girl. We got work to do.
If not, who do we need to write and riot so we can get you into part 3?
No, she needs to be in part 3. But my thing is, they be talking about killing everybody else. I ain't lying.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of ghosts. It's gonna be a whole It's gonna be a ghost here.
That part. But I'm gonna say something though, like Oliver, you gotta own it. The way that Miasha slayed this angel, this ghost, can she be mad? Because I'm like, from the first time she touched that screen in part 2, that outfit, the hair, God got some shit in heaven, y'all. I can't.
It was the Chanel.
It was the pearl head thing for me.
It was the pearl head. And we're gonna talk about the clothes, but it was the pearl headdress, and it was the talking about the flowers, and she got on this.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Miasha be in play. When I tell y'all, if y'all want a movie that shows fashion through and through part 1 and part 2, and it's hard to top the fashion for part 1 because it was so good, but I think we nailed it in part 2. Miasha them did it.
No, they did.
Because that's hard to do.
And I just want to say, too, I think sometimes people think styling is an easy job.
No.
I just want to say, watching Shaq and Miasha, like, work
Yeah.
Styling is not for everybody. Like, it really takes a certain eye to be able to put these outfits together, these looks. They take into consideration what scene are they doing right now. How can this outfit speak to this scene? Not, I'm just pick out a fly ass outfit. Like, they are talented as hell. I just need to give them their props.
Every scene, incredible.
And it's tailored to the character. The one thing about it, from part one, as y'all see, y'all notice that every time on the part one when Celeste and them were coming onto the screen, you was like, what's she gonna wear next? What's she gonna wear next? In part two, you sitting on the chair like, girl, no, she didn't. Like, because Erica, the first scene with that pearl, I'm telling you, I was in the theater like this. Yes, that's how you do that shit.
Right.
As a ghost. Like, I mean, I never seen white look so good.
So I want to
know. Sorry. Real quick, like Vivica Fox said this too, that it is so rare that you see like a cast of so many beautiful Black women and men. I mean, in full glam, high fashion. You know, when you think of like that kind of high fashion, you think Sex in the City. You know, you don't think of like a Black cast. She blew out her little voodoo candle.
We like you now. So.
She blew out her little voodoo candle. Do not be blowing no voodoo candles.
Because we like Oliver now. So now the power of three can go to sleep.
I like Sean.
That's my favorite Sean.
No, so I'm playing it's not voodoo candle. Like,
Well, it's hot, girl. Be careful.
You know, Tina's a ghost.
She a real time. Raina's in the plane. Celeste is here. Celeste is here.
Tell her to add on video.
Adejah, I want to know what y'all do. Beginning with Adejah, I want to know, we can go Adejah, Tarie, Erica. I want to know, what did y'all do to prepare?
To prepare for Cece, because I relate to her in so many ways, it was really just amplifying who I am already, except the heels. Cece, I am like, I'm a sneaker girl. I love sneakers or flat sandals. So wearing them heels was, I learned some things. I definitely learned how to walk in them shoes. But preparing for my character overall, it was actually pretty easy.
Okay. I would have never thought about the heels. You come off so like.
That's right? I am a tomboy. Like,
she is. I had to beat her to a dress. That's why they say out of them three, I'm the most girly one.
Like if we all go out, she will be like,
she'll be the most
dressed. Put some heels on, put a dress on.
She will be the most dressed. I'm telling y'all. She will be the
We went out last Sunday, Oliver. Erica got me because she was like, oh, you ain't telling me we was coming out of the house like this for brunch. I was like, girl, God said you're supposed to walk outside like this every day. Erica be forgetting.
Prepare for the movie.
So to prepare for the movie, I did several things actually. The first person I called was this one. Because you gotta go with the veterans. I'm just be honest, she went through this whole experience, so I had to pick her brain. I had to do my homework also because T is savage. I mean, and Tarie can be savage, but never to that magnitude. Because I guess now I feel like I'm above certain stuff, girl. I'm bougetta.
You ain't never caught nobody before.
I ain't caught nobody, child, but you know, not in that capacity. But
Yeah. And if you did, we're not gonna say it on Instagram Live.
right. But I'm just saying stuff like that, you know. Stuff like that, though, I'm just saying I've never like experienced that. So I didn't, or been in prison. So I didn't know how, you know, they act in prison. I had to draw on Sid because Sid is a real correctional officer in real life. So
stop telling people my job.
It's the truth. So you got to use your resources to bring these characters to life. Because I had to ask him, like, what would they do in prison? Like, you know, I've never been. I'm just saying, like, girl, I'm too girly for prison. They put me out.
You be making a lot of money.
They got cash up in prison.
They might. Remember they did green light for Jeremy did green light in the movie.
The inmates saw their family get the cash up.
Oh, that's what they do.
Yeah.
This is, I'm telling you, this is crazy over here. Oliver, if you wanted a real interview, this is the real. I told you, TV's gonna be filled.
appreciating it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it all in. I wish I was over there. I'm slightly jealous.
You know, you could have bought your hookah and come on over and bring Miss Cookie.
Miss Cookie got to stay home.
You know, we live for Miss Cookie.
Come here, Cookie. Come here. Oh, she's asleep. Never mind. Let her rest.
Miss Cookie is an old lady child.
What did you do to prepare for part 2?
I watched the movie Ghost. I watched a lot of movies to see like characters that were like actors that we really love, but like to see how they transition from their like human self to like this ghostly character. And I was like, damn, like I want to be angelic and like a guardian and an entity, but at the same time still keep everything that's true to Tina, because people fell in love with Tina because of like her. Yeah, she's unapologetic, she's bold, she's fly, she's loyal, she's always making sure that her friends eat. And everybody, you know, and Cece's the same way. Like she's bold, she's unapologetically who she is, and she's loyal, and that's why people love her. So, you know, I had to find that happy median of being like the protector and making sure that Celeste was good, but also being like funny and like, you know, bold like Tina would be. So it was fun. It was fun preparing.
You know, I'd be kissing your ass, but I was watching it and I really like how she's an angel, definitely an angel, but she still has this undertone of like vindictiveness. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Trust this hoe. Kill this bitch. I don't know if Nyasha's still watching. I really liked how, like, at some points, especially when it came to the character Cece, that was always right the advice she was given, and then she was like, but you know, I was wrong. Like I for being this heavenly figure, but she still had like some human emotion reaction.
Exactly.
She was the devil before he got, because you know the devil was an angel first. Because remember, she's the reason why T even came on to kill anybody. So it's her.
So I have a question for everybody, and Erica, we can start with you. There at least one juicy behind that happened while filming this movie?
You said there one juicy?
Share one juicy moment that happened behind the scenes.
I broke up on my ex. No, seriously. Literally, the last day of me on set, I broke up with my ex. So that was very juicy.
And we had a time.
We had a time that night. We was outside.
Go ahead, T. What was your juicy?
So my juicy moment was when y'all know that I filmed with Jeremy. That was like, other than said, Jeremy Neeks was like my like direct co-star throughout the movie. So when I had to do the killing scene, look at me out there. When I had to do the killing scene, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because Jeremy, y'all know he is very handsome. He made me grab his mouth. I was trying to be gentle, like just like the throat. He's like, "You're not doing it right." And the way he grabbed my head and choked him, I was like,
yeah,
"Don't never let me go."
Yeah, because you being too feminine.
I was being too girly, and he wanted me to be savage. I'm sorry, y'all. I was thinking like he was. I was like.
Keep your hands off Khalil. Okay.
Oh, I did. He going in, girl. If I can't have him, nobody else can.
Oh my God. Adejah, what about you, Dave?
Dang, the juicy moment. I don't know, this is juicy, but I know one night we all went out to eat after we was filming. I think it was a Friday night because we weren't filming on Saturdays and Sundays, so we could get a little lit on Fridays because we didn't have to go to work the next day. I just know we had good amount of Casamigos.
Raina.
And I just remember us walking in the street. I'm yelling Erica's name loud as hell just in the street. But when I got back to my room, like by myself, I recorded like 3 videos and sent them to Raina and Erica to let them know I made it. Yeah. But I was just like drunk, eating plantain chips. They were falling out my mouth. To the bed, like. it was just, I slept so good that night though. Like,
Oliver,
so good.
you can tell you, I wish that, because I see Raina in our comments. Raina
Oh my God.
and Miyasha is our 5th members of Destiny's Child. So y'all don't understand, Raina is a character. Her and Miyasha, like, our dynamic, they are crazy. Like, Raina is so funny, so lovable.
Together.
When I tell y'all think y'all ain't met Rihanna, we call her Bad Gal Ray Ray.
Bad girl, Ray Ray.
She is, when I tell y'all, Raina is everything, y'all. She is so funny. And she's the glue that kind of keeps us all together, having good time. Like, on set, you just never know who's going to do what. Because Cece is crazy.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this, like, all you all are like, makes me so happy. And I want to see a series. Like, I want y'all to.
Miyasha, are you listening? Rich has checked in. Mr. Rich Coleman. Y'all heard Oliver. He want to see a series. He's ready for BMF to come up with stars. He's ready for Secret Society.
Yeah. We love you too, Raina.
Okay, question for all y'all. Are there any deleted scenes from there are?
I don't know. My scenes were deleted.
Well, me and Sad had some that, maybe were extended. They were maybe shortened a little bit. But that's because, again, T's character was supposed to be cutthroat. She was straight to the point. And so we didn't have time for that BS in between. And Miyasha was like, let's get to the point. Let's get this nigga gone. That was it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was shot.
Everything pretty much staged.
It was shot very efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Like
in 15 days.
before we even, the way that they shot, and obviously Miyasha Coleman, Rich Coleman, and Jamal Hill can speak for themselves, but the way that they shoot is phenomenal. Like they have a series of meetings before we're even in town.
Mm-hmm.
So they know exactly, listen, this is what we're allotting for today. These are the scenes we're allotting for tomorrow. These are the locations. And this time, we actually did a lot of location. We had a lot of build out because we had like a production studio.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of scenes were actually built out, like sets were designed. So regardless of weather, rain, sleet, or snow, we could depend on filming in these locations. So they did it. They were so efficient. 15 days to film
A whole movie.
part 1 and 15 days to film part 2. So
We got in. We didn't have time to play. There's no need for error. Like, they were straight to the point.
Okay, so the fun part, we've been talking about this the entire chat, so it's officially time for us to talk about it. I want to know who is on fashion, styling, and what is the inspiration behind the clothing? Listen, I had to watch the movie 3 times because I really liked it. But every time
I hope you bought it, not rented.
What'd you say?
You bought it, not rented it, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So I rented it the first time, right? And then my partner was like, let's watch it. So I rented it a second time, and then when we did the interview, I was like, well, I'm supposed to go ahead and buy it, so I bought it. So y'all got like,
well, we thank you for 3 times. 3rd time is charm, honey.
Yes. But girl, I was like, okay, we gotta talk about this opening scene with Tina, goddamn pearl halo around her neck.
Yes.
We gotta talk about this dress that Celeste had on. We gotta talk about you two, Adejah, you not scoot your ass back over here. We gotta talk about all that you always wear. We gotta talk about the bodysuit that you wore in your modeling scene. We gotta
that was everything.
That
was everything.
Why did my dad is not even into fashion like that. This man called me literally before I came here, and he was like, I just watched the movie with one of my friends. I really like your outfits in the movie. He said, I just rewatched it and kept like just looking at your outfits. I'm like,
they were beautiful.
but that's how you know they did a good job.
Yeah,
and say and
some inspiration.
Names of the creative team behind the wardrobe. Say their names again.
Shaq Palmer, Miyasha Coleman.
That's it. Them two.
Them
Right?
two.
And I think Shaq had an
And the
assistant.
assistant, yeah.
Yeah.
But Miyasha, let me tell y'all something. Some of them pieces came out of Miyasha's closet. Miyasha is amazing. Like, when I tell y'all, No, she's the girl that literally can put on a trash bag and it's fashion.
A lot of the
But she gonna make it fashion.
She gonna make it fashion. Did you see the premiere looks? Miyasha third.
I gotta go check out Miyasha because the way y'all
Don't look at her.
It's Miyasha official.
Yeah,
Miyasha official right here.
I got no.
Yeah, she in the comments, all over there in the comments. Well, when I tell you, from Oz.
Oh my God.
I want that outfit. I want that outfit.
Oliver, you should have seen me in the theater. Like, it was certain things. So, okay, like I told you, I keep talking about the opening scene when she came to that pearl thing. I was sitting there like, oh my God, like, because it was next level. But then when Adejah came in at the auction with that lion on her shoulder, I was like, her and Raina in that money clip dress, that was it for me. That was it. I mean, Oliver, I done walked in Fashion Week and I ain't never seen nothing like that.
And, I don't know if
that was my favorite scene. I was like, damn.
Go ahead, that's it.
I don't know if y'all wrote it to be like a tongue-in-cheek moment, but I loved when Celeste went to Philly and was talking. It was the scene. It was before she wanted to like stop dressing.
So they snatched that lace front off your head.
I thought it was
No, did so good. When I tell you, every character did what they needed to do, but Miyasha really had Celeste coming into Philly looking like Rihanna. Like Raina did
from the hair to the shoes.
the mullet to the shoes.
The outfit, the fur, everything.
I was like, I ain't never seen a girl in Philly dressed like this.
Them girls in Philly be dressing. That's what.
That was next level.
That's where Miyasha from.
I was like, child, the
Them girls in Philly be dressing, girl. Baltimore, Philly, them girls be dressing.
clothes because girl, the clothes was just but like y'all watching. I'm not gonna lie. When the first movie happened, I was like, girls watching all this shit. But the second part, I was like, they got to come with it, and it was just everything. It was moment, another date. I want to know from y'all, what is the status of part 3?
You asking the wrong people. The person you need to be asking is in that comment. That's all right. It's clearly a secret because we waiting to know too. We need jobs. Well, not this one. This one works, y'all. She need rest.
And my last question before we get out of here, I want to know from each one of you guys, what is the message you hope to take away after Society Part 2? And we can begin with.
Okay, I just want people to take away to always have an open mind.
Oh, wait. Pause.
I'm gonna tell all the Secret Society fans, if y'all want to know stuff before anybody else, follow Rich Coleman because he will spill the tea, and then Miyasha will tell him take that shit down.
All right, Rich, we coming with a series or not?
Hello, talk about that.
We coming with a series or not? Because people want to tune in every week.
Every week.
He said part.
Hey, can I get you, Lovin?
I'm gonna say.
I'm good. Hello, Miyasha is ready to come out of that room as we speak.
I ain't seen him.
You got awesome comment. See, look, Miyasha got an angry face right now. I knew she was coming. I'm telling y'all, Adejah was right. Follow Rich Coleman, you will know everything about Secret Society before we do.
Right. Oh, but the question. Okay, but yeah, I just want people to take away, have an open mind. Honestly, not even just about people in life, but just to everything in life. And don't judge a book by its cover. And to love whatever friend you have in your life that's solid and loyal to you. Love them unconditionally. Don't take that for granted because there's a lot of people out here who don't have that ride or die type friend, or who don't have just a real person in their life who shows them genuine love. So if you have that one person, hold on tight to them.
10 toes down.
Yeah, because loyalty, I'm telling y'all, it's hard to find.
These streets.
Real hard.
So for me, mine's will definitely be a personal approach. First of all, I'm going to start with them saying, knowing that you are enough. Like, no matter what your circumstance is, anybody, it doesn't matter. You are enough. I want you to stop making yourself small and feeling like because of your situation, you cannot overcome and follow your dreams. Because for me, this was a dream come true. I could have never, envisioned anything. 10 years ago, I never thought this would be me. Last year, I didn't think this would be me. Reviewing the movie to now having a part in it. So it's never too late to dream. Just keep your dreams alive.
Yes.
Baby, I don't know. Like Tina was saying, honey, it's time to put down the shovel and pick up the silver spoon, okay? I want everyone to, like, live out loud and dream your wildest dreams. Dream the biggest dreams. The dreams that you feel like are not even possible. Dream those dreams, because I'm telling you, you only do this one time. Yeah. And you have to do it big. I want to do it big. Like, I know when I'm gone, I want to be... my name to be in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Erica Pinkett. I'm going to do it so big. And I want everybody else out there to do it big. Whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever goal it is you want, do it on the highest level. Don't do it mediocre. Do that shit big, So that's what I'm taking.
Can I say one more thing, Oliver? I want to say this to my family over here. These girls said, I couldn't be the woman I am today without the support of these girls, because they definitely, and said, they have made me who I am. They see me when I'm not at my best, and they love me unconditionally. So for anybody out there that does not have that type of family, please find people like that that just love you for who you are, because it's so important.
Family don't gotta be blood.
We putting that in that shovel though and picking up these silver spoons right here.
Yes.
You ate it.
We gotta go shovel outside.
What'd you say, Oliver?
Told me you had another surprise for me.
Okay, so the other surprise, somebody don't want to come, but we want you real quick, 30 seconds. Yes, please, push her in, please. So we have Troy, she read Troy, right? Troy, aka Erica's daughter, Jada Bella. This Erica's daughter in real life. She played Little Tina.
Beyonce said she's not getting paid for this, so she has to leave.
She wouldn't come in the camera, but
child, come get this Virgo. Come get her, please.
But when I tell you, go ahead.
I know. I just want to say, first of all, again, thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
On there. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. Set his ass up that we over here working. And I can't stand up. And now that I've spoken to you guys and experienced this camaraderie and family that you guys, I want to Society Part 3, Part 4 is the spinoff. Like, I want to see this keep going. And I will say this, I know Tarie, I've seen Tarie, we've met a couple times, and I was so happy that, somebody from my type of level. And now that I'm seeing like the love that I can see for her, it really makes me very happy watching this interview and who watched the page out of what Rich and Tasha are doing, and do more that are more that things that unite people, that motivates conversation in such a stylistic, dope ass way. This is what y'all have going on over here, and Rich and y'all advocate feel like something.
Bombard Rich in them comments and tell them right now we need a series. Rich, you see, they love us, Rich. We need to come back home.
We need jobs.
We need jobs. I'll drink to that.
Tina is unemployed. We need
It's got like 5 movies coming out this year. It's over here need work.
We need jobs.
Oh, and I want to work in production. I want to figure it out.
Look, Rich.
I want to work.
Rick, I'll work on the styling team.
child.
Look. Fuck that, I'm gonna cook the macaroni and cheese and the dough mash and the curry chicken.
Rich, I'm about to take Toro job.
Make the devil eggs, okay?
I'm about to take Toro job and pick them up for sex.
Take Toro job.
I'm about to pick them up for sex.
I'm about to shadow Jamal Hill or something.
That's what I'm like. But Oliver, we definitely thank you.
I'm speaking for y'all. I'm so speaking for you.
You guys should laugh.
Here, I feel like we want.
Well, you keep feeling it so that we can feel it and see it. How about that?
We love you, Raina.
We love you, Raina. Oliver, we thank you so much for taking the time to interview us because, again, like I told you, I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm putting the girls onto you now so they can be on your channel. Because, I mean, we are so here for the head nerd and talk.
Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. We got a lot of love in the comments. Like, when I tell you, a lot of our friends have supported us. They support you now, and that was the whole point of this. Let people meet the head nerd in charge. Because y'all don't understand, Oliver, he has a way of making us feel at home. We're able to be ourselves, and we love it. Just unfiltered, raw, and in Tina words, uncut.
And you know what? Make sure that y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Have watch parties. Like,
watch parties.
Because buy the movie. We
not Rick, buy. Who Cree there?
We be close to love.
Oh, let me inject the Cree is up there. In case y'all didn't know, Cree Campbell, Uncle Luke's daughter, she's in the movie as well. She's in the comments. Y'all, we love Cree. We love Bobby, Black China. Thank you guys so much for helping us journey. Because journey, y'all helped make this movie what it is today. It wasn't just us.
And we already number one. Like, we just on the way there.
On the way there.
Number one. We just on the way there.
Oliver, you getting
guys
nothing.
leave reviews too. Leave us reviews on Amazon.
Amazon Prime. And might I add, if you go look, we're like the only all-black, independent black films in the top 10. So please let them know, Miyasha and them, they did this.
Yeah.
Like, so we couldn't be a part 3 without you guys. So everything y'all do, we are grateful. We are here because of y'all. And so we are so excited for what the future may hold.
We excited.
He'll be on the
Oh,
independent.
Raina said, look, Oliver, Raina said US and UK is on Vimeo. What is that?
Vimeo.
Yeah.
Vimeo.
Listen. All y'all hoes out there, run it up, goddammit. Take your ass.
Florida right there. Florida right there.
Run it up. Black independent stories, especially Star-Studded, Secret Society Part 2 are in the building. I think y'all.
And make sure y'all bring us to a city near you. We ready to come party with you, my girls. We ready to hit the road.
Miyasha, we love you, mommy.
Miyasha been in these comments. I think you should have requested her.
Shit. I would've. But Miyasha, hit me up, girl. Miyasha, actually, I'm like,
Yes. Yes, part 1's on Tubi, y'all.
what you say?
Part 1 is available on Tubi right now because part 2 is on Amazon Prime right now.
And part 1 is on Tubi. Y'all know what?
Yes.
We taking over, baby.
I love y'all.
We love you, Oliver.
And
We're gonna go out for cocktails with you.
Listen, then wait.
We're going out for cocktails with you, Oliver.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Where
Where we going? You didn't say it. Oh,
We're
say
going
it.
to finish
Say it. We
On
outside.
your, wait, Fat, on your card, right?
On his car, in your side.
Yeah.
I told y'all my husband got money.
I love y'all. Everybody, let's wave goodbye to the cast of Secret Society as a
Love you guys.
on the movie. I love y'all. And
Can we make me vanish like they did in part 2 in the last scene? How do I vanish?
So fast, you gotta get up out of here like that.
like that. Oh my God. Listen, that was dope as fuck. I actually really enjoyed that. Listen, guys. If you don't know no goddamn better, I'm telling you what you need to do. Run your ass over there to the Amazon, get Secret Society Part 2, go over there to Tubi, watch Part 1. Let's support this, first of all, Black independent production. First of all, Black independent production doing a damn thing on a major level, on a major platform, should be acknowledged, celebrated, and supported. And let's also support this Black independent production that is putting out stories that supports my community, our community, your community, a community that's often marginalized, left out, forgotten about. This is a dope thing that they're doing over here on Secret Society. And I speak it into existence that we get a part 3, we get a part 4, we get a TV series, we get a tour, goddammit, we get merchandise, we get a soundtrack. Where's the soundtrack? Now that's what I want to know. Where is the soundtrack? Because I was listening to the songs and I was bopping my head. We need a soundtrack. We need music videos. Listen, part 3, since we go across seas, hopefully, that's what it look like we doing at the end of part 2. We need a full rollout. We need BET performances. Even if the pre-show, we'll take it. Thank you guys for tuning in. So much for watching and supporting what we do over here. This interview will be uploaded to the Oliver Twixt YouTube channel, where you can find this interview and so many more on America's Next Top Model, Jocelyn's Cabaret, all types of crap when I just be nosy, peeking my head in the bitch business, doing my thing, having fun, getting to the things of the things. Listen, I love you guys so much for your support. And with that, until next time, friends, be sure to parade and Kegel. Good night.